Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. One of the reasons I have started this portfolio or this channel, this whole thing, was to share my journey. It was not to make money, to show off or anything like that. Genuinely, I want to share my journey. I want to show you what is possible, because when I started this, there was not that many people online that actually shared their journey, showed us what they were doing. People talk about stuff, but they don't actually show you what they're buying, what they're selling, and so on. And I actually find it frustrating, because I'm the kind of person, if you're doing something, I want to see it first before I actually do something, right? I want you to guide me and show me what you're doing. And that's what I have been doing so far. Now, that's what I'm going to continue doing, okay? And one of the reasons I recently started this whole YouTube was obviously to share my journey, but at the same time, not to hide anything from you guys. This, what you see right now, is actually my own money. That £69,000 is actually money that I receive from my, job, and then put that to work every single month. And you've seen me struggling last few months trying to max my ISA account, which I actually did today. Okay, so I'm sharing my journey, and today's video is all about that. I want to show you how much I've been paid, passive income that I've been paid in this month. So how much passive income I have received in the month of March. Okay, so I'm going to show you the dividends. I'm going to show you the property side of things, which is not as much as I normally used to receive, and I'll tell you exactly why that happened. But before we do all of that, if you would like basically join us in the Discord, okay, go to the Patreon account, sign up, either £2 or £5, whichever you prefer. You get access to a lot of things, okay? You get access to all the updates. So anytime I basically receive any dividends, or anytime I buy, anytime I sell, anytime, all of that stuff is on, I share it straight away with the Discord community. As well as that, you get access to these basically trackers, which is quite actually helpful. Is the trackers that I will be using today, and I use it all the time myself. So yeah, if you haven't joined us there, please do so. So let's get started. Let's start with the dividends first. So here's the name of the company. You will see the shares here, and then that's the price. Okay, so it's consistent approach. I think it's about 11 companies that paid me in this month, and then at the end I will show you how much in total I have received. So as you can see here, J&J or Johnson & Johnson paid me basically £22, and that was for 27 shares that I had at the time. I think right now, I think I've got a little bit more than that, because I've been buying a bit more. Again, this company has come down quite a bit. I will be adding to it, and I will talk about that later in the later video when I talk about the buys and the sales and plan for the next couple of months, inshallah. The next company is Amgen. I don't own Amgen at all right now, but at the time by the time I sold it, it passed the ex-dividend date, and I received £15.28 for 10 shares that I had at the time. The next one is Cummins. I own 15 shares. I got paid £16.83, which is quite nice. Is one of the companies that I've had in my portfolio for a while. It has come down quite a bit, so I'm looking at it again, and I'll let you know what I'm planning to do in the next video. Microsoft, again, 15 shares of Microsoft. I've got paid £7.32. This is the type of company that I don't own it just for the dividends. You will see as we go along, and I will talk about this more in the next video. But there are companies in my portfolio that are there purely for the dividends, and what I mean by that is they're not terrible companies. They have free cash flow, they're doing really well, but the growth side of it, they don't appreciate in terms of price-wise, in terms of the stock price. But they do pay you solid dividends that are like increasing most of the time. But obviously Rio Tinto is one of those companies that's not doing that well in terms of increasing it, but they have a solid 7% basically dividend yield. So that's one of the reasons I like that company. Microsoft, I like it because of the growth side of it, and you will see it when I do the next video. I'm up almost £1,000, and I've actually taken some profit off the table not long ago. The next one is S&P Global. This company I've basically been buying lately a lot more. I just own 10 shares, and £6.34 is what they paid me for this month. I want to own more of this company, and I'll talk about that in the next video in more detail. UPS is another company that I have in my portfolio that's been basically got 10 shares. They paid me £22.78, which is actually quite nice. Okay, the next one is 3M. 3M at the time of the ex-dividends, I actually had 29 shares. Now I've got more shares of this company, £30.49. You know how I feel about this company, but I still own it. I'm still keeping it. I'm down £6,000 I think right now, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We'll see what happens. Next company is one of my favorite companies. I'm trying to get to at least 100 shares before the end of this year, whatever. I don't mind, even if it's by the summer. If I can get to 100 shares of this company, that would be great. Again, I love the business side of things. I love how predictable they are. I love the dividends. Okay, that's one of the reasons I own this company. They'll grow their earnings and so revenue about 2%, 3%, 4%, maximum 6-7%, and then that dividend yield of 3% or 2 something percent. That's the reason I'm there. The fact that they're UK based as well helps. Qualcomm is another company that I have in my portfolio. I think at the time I had 25 shares. I'm not sure if I still have 25 shares. In fact, I'll check that. But they paid me about just over £13, which is quite nice. All of this money came from basically within the last month of the month of March. Home Depot, another company that I've added to recently. Basically, right now I own a little bit more than this, but 12 shares and 2.21 was basically the shares that I had at the time. Right now, they paid me £17.71, which is actually quite good. The next one is Public Storage. I got paid £20, just over £20 for 10 shares of that company. Okay. Next one is Broadcom. I just got paid just today for £22.37 for the 7 shares of that company that I own. The next one again that I got paid today was Union Pacific, 17 shares, £15.28. So that is all the companies that paid me in this month. And every single one of these companies, majority of them in fact, are what you call dividend growth companies. So next basically year, they will pay more of this money. By owning the same shares, they'll pay you more, because that's what they do. This company, especially Union Pacific, they're increasing their dividends about, for an average last 5 years, I think it's like 14-15%, if not more, which is really good. Now, the total income from dividends only for this month was £241.78. Now, think about this, right? When was the last time someone basically you got paid that sort of money? Just like, this is what I mean, passive income. Dividends are super passive income. I buy these stocks, I'll keep them in my portfolio, I add to them when I get a chance, whenever they're undervalued, whatever. But the payment, and I'm guarantee you, right, 2 years ago, this time, I'll show you in a second, I probably was getting like £40 or so. Right now in this month, 1 month, over £200, 240 something pounds. That could pay you off for a lot of things, genuinely. So this is why I love dividend paying companies, and all of these companies are not some trash companies. They are good companies, majority of them. Okay, and the fact that they're increasing that dividends is actually even beneficial. Now we're going to switch things and look at the rental income from the month of March, and that is normally where you get £510. From next month, we have now increased the rental, the rent. And the reason I did that is initially I was very worried about obviously what's happening in the world of finance, not even finance, just generally everything going out, the prices of everything. And I didn't want to increase the rent, because the guy who lives in that apartment has been there for a long time, and he's a really nice guy looking after it and all of that stuff. I didn't want to do it. But then what happened is this apartment. So this apartment has what's called service charge, which means like anything painting, cleaning, any communal areas, it's got lift, all of that stuff. There have to be maintenance and costs that comes with it, right? So they've increased the service charge. So then I had to also increase. So from next month, I think we agreed it will be £550. Okay, so increased it only by £40, so not by much. And then after the management fee comes out, we had a repair this month. So we had to send an electrician to go to the house to do some work, and that cost it up basically £160. Overall, so what I've got at the end of the month, it was £288. Okay, in total. So from the rental income, which is what you've just seen, plus the dividends, what you've just seen, those two together has given me let's call it £530 for the month of March. That I didn't have to do anything. Literally, basically, we bought this property, we left it, it was rental, someone else looks after it. And even when we sent that electrician, they contacted me, they sent the electrician, he did his job, they paid him. I just got the money in their account, £288. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Dividends, I buy these stocks in that trading account, trading 212. I leave it there, and that's it. They pay me. So inshallah, this is still early days. Some of you looking and thinking, you know what, this is not a lot, or some of you think this is really good. Okay, whichever camp you are, it doesn't matter. Your journey is what matters. So carry on. If you started already, if you are getting £2, £3, it doesn't matter. It will compound. I promise you, and I will show you right now. And check this out, right? March 2020. Obviously, at that time, I actually didn't have this account, so I didn't even have anything. For the last 2 years, so £48 and then £122 last year, and right now £241. So it's going every single month has increased more or less. Okay, and it is most likely I will end up getting more than what I've received this year by the end of this year. So last year I've received £1,162 in just the dividends. A year before that was half of that. A year before that was fraction of that, right? And inshallah, this year coming 2023, I'm expecting hopefully more than what I've got last year. If I can get to, my target is 1,600, so 500 more than what I received last year. That would be absolutely amazing. Okay, and this is just me buying stocks and holding on to them until, you know, I get paid. That's it. Obviously, I have made some change to the portfolio for the better, inshallah. Reduced it to now 25 stocks overall. I will be sharing with you guys a breakdown of every single stock and why I own it, what the plans are. There is 1 or 2 stocks that still have a question mark next to them, and I will be, you know, sharing that with you guys, inshallah, in the next couple of days. Top of that, as well as that, obviously I will be looking at the sales and the buys and what I'm buying the next few months. There's one stock that I really want to add to the portfolio, but it's kind of going up every single time I look at it. Right now we maxed the ISA account, so I can't add any more. So that's 100%. As you can see, £20,000 this year. We maxed it, which is absolutely amazing. There's now £453 that I will be using hopefully in the next couple of days just to buy. Today it looks like the markets are kind of mixed, so I will be adding to some of the companies that are in the red, or some of the companies that I have a high conviction and so on. So as always, I'm just sharing my journey. None of this is financial advice. None of this is basically like you will lose money. Look at that. I'm down £1,000. It does happen, but I don't really care. I'm not going to sell it in a loss. I'm just going to keep it there, inshallah, and for the long run, unless something crazy happens and so on. So you have to be careful when you invest in. You have to be careful of what you invest in, and make sure you know what you're investing in. I've got a few videos coming up next few days that are not related to stocks generally, but just more for advice, especially for those youngsters who are starting right now, just to kind of give you advice from the best investors, the Peter Lynch's and so on. So I've got those videos coming up, inshallah. If you like the type of videos, if you like what you see here, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have any questions as always. And before we finish the video, I just want to show you one last thing. So the month of April, I'm expecting £161, dollars or whatever. Then May is very low. Obviously, by then I've added to a couple of the stocks that pay in May. That will increase. But June, again, September, I'm expecting closer to $500. Guys, we can do this, inshallah. Well, let's see. If we can get paid $500 in September, subhanallah, that would be absolute. That would make me really happy. So inshallah, we'll see what happens. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you're enjoying Ramadan. Have a wonderful day. Please make dua for me, for my family. We'll do the same as well, inshallah, for all of you. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. And you know, you watch these videos every day. You like the videos. You subscribe, and you do all of that stuff like commenting and helping each other. Inshallah, may Allah give us blessings, and may Allah help us in, you know, with our investment, as long as we are conscious about Sharia compliance side of things. Inshallah, things will work out. Assalamu Alaikum.